part two. I'm walking right now, but anyways, so we basically saw Jalil again, and the guy, and Jalil was like, "Oh, look, it's the twins again," and he was laughing. It was a really cool experience. It was like our first time ever being around celebrities. Oh, why are they? All right, so getting to the point, what else did we do there? So once the event was over, we did sightseeing. We drove near the Hollywood sign, which was really cool. And by the way, my sister and I think I mentioned this, we went with our social worker and her friend to California. I don't know how her friend got, oh, you know what? There was another foster child there, but she was almost 18. I think, yeah, we were 16 at the time. But getting to the point, we went to the mall. It's the mall on off Highland Avenue. I always forget the name of that mall. Oh my God, I'm so glad they saw me. Getting to the point. I always have these escapades when I'm recording. Anyway, the coolest thing that we did do was go to Disneyland. I've never been, at that point, my sister and I had never been to any of the Disney parks, so that was cool. So we went, I believe it's in Anaheim. But anyways, I remember it was quite a drive, but we got there, and I'm gonna be honest, I was grateful because it turned out, it turned out that there was a church that funded the trip, so that's how we were able to go to Disneyland. But anyway, so that was cool. So I didn't want to be like ungrateful. So don't get me wrong, Disneyland was cool. You know, we walked around a little bit. We went to some of the attractions. But I'll be honest with you, I found that it was a little too babyish for me. It was cute. I'm a huge Disney fan, so it was definitely, like, I saw a lot of like cute stuff there, but I wasn't really that like amused. But once again, I was super grateful that we were even like able to be there. Like, we had always dreamed, like we had always like seen California on TV, so to be there was cool. But yeah, once again, all of this happened 10 years ago because I'm 26 now. We're 26 now. So things are a little hazy, but I gotta be honest, like, going there really like changed my life, because I realized, like, wow, like, there's like, this place is amazing. Like, California is amazing. I mean, the weather and everything. So yes, so I got that out of the way. That's the first time I went to California, but that was not the last. So fast forward about 6 to 7 years later. I hate vlogging near people. Getting to the point. I can't remember how old I was, but basically one day I decided that I did want to go to LA, but my sister didn't have enough money to go. And at that time, like, at this time, I think I was like 22. No, I think I was 20. You know what? I was 20 at this time because I ended up turning 21 a few months later. So I was 5 years later, actually like 4 years later, I was like itching to go to California. I was just not really happy with my life, and I was just like, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of this rut, like, I gotta get out of this routine. So one day, on a Friday, I was working 2 jobs at a mall. I used to bounce from one store to another store. I got paid on Friday, and I looked through some flights, from New York City to Los Angeles, California, and I booked a flight that day. I booked a flight for Sunday. No, actually, you guys, how did I do it? Because I can't remember the way you know what? I can't remember how I did it. All I remember is that I booked a flight that day. Like, I remember it was a Friday, got paid, and I basically booked the flight I think it was for the next day. Yeah. I think it was for Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was. All I remember is that, oh, you know what? It was a Sunday flight, but I actually left on Saturday night after my shift ended at work. So I live in Connecticut, as you know. I took the train from Connecticut to Grand Central in New York City, and then I took a bunch of like subways to JFK Airport, and then yeah, I slept. I got there like I ended up getting there at like 3 in the morning, and my flight wasn't until 6. So I just slept in the airport with a bunch of people. I wasn't the only one. There were other people sleeping in the airport too. And yeah, finally the time came. It was time to board the plane. I had never been on an airplane alone before, and let alone like at such like across the country. Never done that before. And also, I should probably add this part. I didn't have any hotel plans. Like I basically all I had was an EBT card and $20. And if you're wondering what an EBT card is, it's basically food stamps. So that's all I had. And I had cash, like $20 cash. And basically, I was only there. I was only planning on being there for like, I think I ended up only being there for like 2 or 3 days. So getting to the point, get on the plane. Can't believe I'm on the plane because I booked the flight the day before. And yep, finally get there. You know, we take off, get to California, get to LAX, and mind you, I hadn't been there in 4 years. So I was basically, oh, it's hot now. Ooh, it's getting hot out here. I was basically starstruck, like by like, I don't even know if starstruck is the word, but I was just in awe that like I had made it and I was like actually there. So when I got off, you know, the plane, and I basically asked an employee, I said, how do I get outside? How do I get out of here? Because I was just so excited to go walk on California soil. And so they showed me how to get out. And I'll never forget it. There was this military woman. I don't know what to call them when it's a female, but military personnel who happened to be a female. Her and her colleague, they were both standing in the airport. I couldn't tell if they were working or not, or like patrolling, I don't know, but they were clearly in the military. And okay, I told you that I did this like at pretty much on the fly, so I didn't have luggage. What I brought with me was a reusable bag, a reusable grocery bag. On the East Coast, there's a very popular chain called Stop and Shop. So it's a green, I was wearing this green Stop and Shop bag,